So Karen, yet another successful meeting, I think. It certainly seems to have gone down well. What were your overall impressions?
So my overall impressions were absolutely that. It felt really, really great. A fantastic vibe this year. A huge amount of enthusiasm in the room. This is the 6th year that we've done this session now as part of the MASTS annual science meeting, and it has certainly evolved over that time. We've always had a good attendance, we've always had a great deal of enthusiasm, but it really does actually feel as though it has evolved through that time, and we had over 100 attendees this time from across oil and gas, renewables, salvage, wreck removal. The marine science attendance was fantastic, and that's really what this is about. It's bringing the marine scientists together with industry, trying to get those discussions going in a very informal setting, which is, I think, what really drives this one and what makes it different. The feedback we had this year was that, feedback we've had over many years now, but especially this year, was that people are comfortable to air their views in this setting. It is very informal. They feel it's not just another industry conference. It's different because we do run it as part of MASS. We do have so many marine scientists there, and that brings a rather different dynamic to it. And people love that, and they're very happy and comfortable to air their views in the room, and that is really what we're looking for.
Always think, year on year on year, there's not going to be anything new to talk about, but there is always something new to talk about.
Absolutely. There's always something new to talk about. This year, especially, we were looking for subjects, topics that are close to people's hearts, that are quite explosive topics, and I use that pun intendedly because we did talk about explosives in the marine environment this time. We also talked about the use of simulation as a tool, and that's very much an evolving technology that is perhaps new to a number of people. And the conversation we had in the room was absolutely fantastic. A range of experts, putting their views forward, updating the community on what is available and what progress has been made with those tools and these technologies. We had the regulator in the room, and we had BASE, we had the GNCC, we had academic input from the Sea Mammal Research Unit. We had industry experts all discussing. They may all have had different opinions, but that is what we were really trying to bring out, and we're really trying to provide people with a better understanding as to the subject matter, and saying to people, you know what, these topics are not out of bounds for discussion. They really do need to be discussed, and we need to try and move things forward.
And with such a diversity in the audience, you might expect a bit of tension, but my impression is it's completely the opposite.
Absolutely the opposite. It's such a lovely informal setting for everybody. Everyone seems very, very comfortable to, a regulator can sit beside, an academic can sit beside, an operator can sit beside a supply chain company. There's a whole variety of different people in the room. Everyone's very comfortable, very enthusiastic to hear other people's opinions, their points of view, and it's just a lovely, lovely, globally diverse group of people. I mean, this year we started off with Australia, with Texas, as well as the UK. We had Brazil. It was just a wonderful, wonderful setting and great way to start it.
and overhearing some of the conversations and certainly some of the toings and froings with questions and answers in those sessions, new partnerships are being made today.
Yes, absolutely. It was fantastic to hear a lot of the discussion that was going on between people in the room. We overheard an operator chatting with a supply chain company, having the MOD having chats with academics. It was just fantastic to hear those conversations and to see that project ideas are being thought of, innovative techniques are being discussed about, and that's planting the idea for these projects and for companies to help academics and academics to help companies. It's just wonderful to see how that's moving forward.
And all of that brings it together and of course sends you off delighted, I'm sure, but ready for the next one.
Yes, absolutely delighted, beyond delighted at how this has gone, and we are already having discussions about what to bring into next year, including marine renewables. Actually, we've been in discussions on that, and also perhaps to expand upon some of the topics, including explosives, that was discussed this time.